Good morning, dear students. Today we start economics first chapter, development. Development, a word which is so worshipped in the world, don't you think so? What I mean to say that it's so important word for everyone in this on the earth. Am I right? For you, what is development? Yes, you are studying hard for your final developments only. We are also working hard for the development of families and for the development of society, for the development of nation. Nation is working hard for the better future of all the citizens of its. So what I want to say is that convey you development is a word which is really loved by entire universe. But here we will be understanding the development in the terms of economics. Okay, beta? In economics, before we start this national development, we will discuss first about what is development meant for us. Development, first of all, it is different for different persons. Means different persons have different developmental goals. Number two, goals may not match even. Means developmental goals are different for different persons. For example, a farmer who is totally dependent on rainfall for his cropping will naturally wait for monsoon. Monsoon in time will be a good development for him. For a girl who needs the liberty as her brother, if she gets the liberty, that's a development for her. For a daily wages worker, for him a regular work and good wages will be the definition of development. What I mean to say, what I want to tell you is that different persons have the different development goals and sometimes their goals may not match with each other also. That's true. Their goals may not match with each other. For example, a farmer is waiting for the rainfall that day and fortunately you also get the permission from your mother being a girl child. Yes, today you can go movie as your brother with your friends and it started raining. What is happening? That rain is welcomed by the farmer and you are thinking, oh my god, this rain should happen now. What I should do? So this rain is interrupting your definition of your development. That's why we are saying the goal may be different may not match for two persons and sometimes even it is interactive also. Not only this, and we feel as an individual, income is everything. But apart from income, there are other goals which we aspire, which we imagine, which we desire for development. What are the other goals, beta? We need equal treatment, freedom, security, respect of others. What does it mean? For example, if you want to know, do you think that development is all about money? No, no. For example, if you get a job, you got two jobs. Let's think, you got two jobs. One job is, your posting is at a high tough terrain, very away from the home, maybe climatic conditions are harsh, maybe you are not comfortable and maybe public facilities are not more there, but that job is paying you much salary. Another job is there where you get lesser salary than the first one. But here you have, it is nearer to your house, climatic conditions are good and you have the good public facilities. Which one you will opt? Definitely your parents and you will opt for the second job. Not only you, me and everyone does the same. So what I want to convey here is that in development, defining a person's development, not only the income, we bother for the other goals also. This also to be achieved. For example, equal treatment. We will see that if I am joining a job, I should be treated equally. I should have the freedom, the way I want to do the work. I should have that freedom. Next, security, especially for the girls. Security is one of the first criteria, I should say. Okay? And then respect of others. End of the day, what do we want to earn? Not the money, name and fame. End of the day, we want to earn respect from others. These are all the criteria a person needs to define as a development. So, conclusively we can say, so we look at mix of goals. So, what we understood that development as a person, what we want, not only the income and good job and security and all, we look at the mix of goal. Development is not a singular word, it's a plural word with its notion, with its definition and people look at mix of goals to achieve the personal development. Is it okay? Shall we move towards the national development? The same way, national development. we can't define national development in a so easy manner. The reason is that nation is everyone is having the different definition for national development. If I ask you, you may say we should have the good incomes, there should be a good employment. Maybe a girl child will say there should be a security for the girls, and so on. That the list will be long and endless, because it is very difficult to decide what is called national development, because all the points are correct in their places, all the persons are correct in their views defining the national development. But even then, we have to decide what is called national development when we want, because in world criteria, we decide the countries into three criteria: developed countries, developing countries, and underdeveloping countries. So how do we decide that whether a country is developed country, developing country, or underdeveloped country? So to decide this, actually we should have a common point, which should be common for all. And this common point is is decided income. We have taken income as a common point to decide what is called national development. For example, I would like to make it more clear for you. If I ask you who is a good student, how will you decide? It's again a very big, vast word, and vast capacities are involved here. For example, only the student who is studying well is a good student? No. The student who is playing well is a good student? No. The student who is very expert in music is a good student? No. Means what I want to say, a student, as a person, he is a multi-talented person. And we cannot take one or two criteria to define, because one may be good at one aspect, other may be in one aspect. So it will be very difficult for us even to decide who is best student among the 40. Okay, 40 of a class. Then what we do, my dear? We have taken some common criteria. Our education system has taken some common criteria. What are the common criteria? First, your marks, your discipline criteria, your value system. Like that we have taken, and the student who is good in other activities also, we then combine to say he is an all-rounder student. So like that, how we compare the nation? We have taken the money as a common criteria. And how we count this? Again, to make it more significant and reflective one, we have taken the average income or per capita income. How we count the income of the country? Through the average income or the per capita income. What is average income? Average income is nothing but total income of the country will be divided by the total population of that country. What will be the amount that will be considered the average income of the country? Based on that only they have been decided whether the country is underdeveloped, developed, developing, or developed. Like that, average income. Do you want more clarity? In that case, I can say if I want to count the average of social marks, so what I will do? I will count all the 40 students' social marks divided by 40. That will be the average marks for social sciences. Okay, my dear? But average income also has some limitations. This is been asked in CBSE. Limitations of average income. What is the limitation of average income? Average income is tend to hide the disparities. It is not able to show the disparities among like that. For example, we have country A and country B. Both are showing that their average income is 16,000. Is it okay? But let's see what is happening over there. For example, country A has the 4 citizens. Country B also having the 4 citizens. Country A, first person's average income is 4,500. Second person's average income is 3,000. Third person's average income is 3,500. Fourth person average income is 5,000. In country B situation you can see, first person average income is 500. Second person's average income is 500. Third person's average income is 500. And fourth person's average income is 14,500. Now I ask you one question. Which country would you like to be employed? Of course, first country. Why? Because you can clearly see the disparities between the income is lesser here. No one is very rich, no one is very poor. Whereas in country B, all are poor. Maybe below poverty line, only one person is earning the whole soul. They are capturing the whole soul resources or amount, I should say. So, but as a report, they both are showing that average income is 16,000. Now I hope you understood the limitations of average income, because it is hiding the clear picture, or I should say it is hiding the disparities. And when we count the average income, this way we decide the national income, and these are the limitations of average income. And that's why income is not only the criteria we decide the national development. We bother for other goals. As here also income was not at all only single criteria, other goals were there. For national income to take place, we also bother not only the income but other criteria that I will discuss in the next part of this chapter. Okay, beta? Thank you.